The audio that we're going to work on is from an experienced voiceover artist. He's now living in Toronto, and he's asked me to keep his identity private, which is totally fine. His career on TV and radio spans over 40 years, and these days he's mostly working on audio books, doing voiceovers. He's asked me to tune his voice with EQ to optimize the sound of the voiceover recordings that he's getting in his room. You could watch and see how I do it and follow along. Well, he's using an AT4040, that's Audio-Technica, and it's going into a Focusrite Scarlet Solo 3rd generation, and he's recording to Audacity. We're going to see how we can optimize his recordings with EQ. Now, and I've said this before, if you've got a bad recording, EQ is never going to make it a good recording. EQ can optimize it. So if you start with an incredible and a really good recording to begin with, EQ could be used to make it even better, but no amount of EQ is going to actually correct any problems here. So keep that in mind. We're going to first listen to the audio, and then I'll kind of make some suggestions of what's calling out to me and what I'll anticipate that I'm going to need to do with the EQ. So let's take a listen to the raw, unprocessed audio first.
Use Customs Express for fast and easy access to airline services to more than 35 international destinations.
I don't hear too many reflections in the room that he's recording in. The mic has kind of a closed feel to it. It's not very open. It's a little on the dark end, and I'm getting a lot of mid-range and low mid-range frequencies that are mostly apparent here. So I want to widen it up a little bit, and the recording level looks pretty good. You could send me your voiceover for EQ processing, and I'll give you suggestions and see how we can improve your sound. I've got an EQ course for beginners that I've created recently. It's called EQ Fundamentals for Voice. It's great for beginners, or if you're not quite skilled or using EQ with confidence. This course is for you. Now, I've made a custom EQ preset for this voice, and we're going to take a listen to before EQ and after, so you can compare the difference, and I'll walk through what I've done here. So here's without the EQ on.
Do you want to save big on your next vacation? Use Customs Express for fast and easy access to airline services to more than 35 international destinations.
And now let's listen with the EQ adjustments.
Do you want to save big on your next vacation? Use Customs Express for fast and easy access to airline services to more than 35 international destinations. Take advantage of big savings on airfare by flying for your next vacation. With Customs Express, you never have to leave the airport, and you can forget about long border crossing lines.
These two frequency ranges mostly were causing kind of a blurry kind of sound in the mid-range. These frequency ranges were over-accentuated by the microphone, or maybe they're just very apparent in his voice. So we've reduced those so they're more even and evenly represented with the rest of the frequencies surrounding. We've increased the bass to kind of lengthen the frequency response for the entire recording. And then there's a little bit of a resonance here. I don't know if that's maybe from his room or the reflection in the room somewhere. And then also, just because the mic is kind of dark, we've raised the high frequencies, very high frequencies for the air and some of the sibilance in his voice. And then there's kind of like a ringing thing that I heard here. There's actually 2 frequency bands, but I'm just tamping it down a little bit with a wider Q here. So let's listen one more time without and then with the EQ.
Do you want to save big on your next vacation? Use Customs Express for fast and easy access to airline services to more than 35 international destinations.
Subscribe to the channel for more voiceover videos like this one. Leave me your comments and questions. I'm happy to answer anything I can to the best of my ability. And you can visit my website, lennyb.com, for more voiceover tips, training, and information on my custom preset service. Your voice sound should inspire you to record more and be more creative. Let's make your voice sound better. Thanks for watching.